Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Get in here so we can talk about these raggedy witches. I cannot wait to bring the ladies out to just hear if maybe this episode improved where the first one we watched didn't. Because, yeah, this is one of those shows. But before we jump into anything, do know that I am not only streaming on my channel, but the ladies' channels backstage as well. So if you could hit the like button, show all of us some love, and run it up in the comments and let us know what you thought about this episode and maybe what your predictions are with the show. Bringing her out first because she always got something sweet to say. Ashley, how did you feel about this episode?
Like they were all dummies. I feel like this is a family of idiots, is what I feel like. Because there's no way on God's green earth that all you hoes are busting it down and open for a lasher looking like that. Smelling like that, walking around like that. Like, ho, you don't even know his name, and you're gonna invite him in on your couch to bust it all open. Yeah, just dumb. I feel like they need to convert to Christianity. I feel like being witches and warlocks and wizardry isn't serving any of them. I feel like they're not good at it. I feel like they're bad. I feel like whoever they're communicating with their tarots and all that, aren't telling them truths. I mean, you saw all that about the family, but didn't see it that you were going to be dead as a doornail in 2 days. I just feel like they are dumb. But I am excited because there are two characters that I actually like now. And I want to
A
see them.
whole two? I mean, I might got one. And, I don't know how long that's going to last. But two, boy, that's promising. Bringing her out next because she's always superior. See, what did you think about this episode? Were you amazed?
Hey y'all.
Hey, Queen.
So I don't know if what it was. I don't know if it was the drink or something, but I was feeling this episode. I was enthralled from the beginning to the end. I don't know what it was.
It's a strong word, see, enthralled. Don't be making stuff up just to come in here. Enthralled, see?
I was enthralled. I was, immersed this episode.
Oh wow, good to hear. Good to hear. You know what? I would have loved to have been enthralled myself. Kwana, were you enthralled with the episode?
No, because it's too many dumb people on this show. What are they saying? What is happening? She didn't even know the man's. I'm like, Ashley, she didn't even know the man's name. How are we here? That's all I need them to tell me. How are we here?
They're like hypnotized, right? They're just they have no control, right? Because it's Lasher. That's all I got. Because if it's not that, then we just
they act
and everybody being dumb. Everybody just dumb. Oh Lord, EJ, was everybody dumb or were you enthralled? Like, see this period. Yeah, muted EJ.
There we go. I don't know if I was enthralled, but I definitely did like this episode better than the last episode. And yes, all of these women are dumb. I had to look at it twice because I was like, maybe I missed something, but I don't know how she let this man in her house. Like, why did you let him in your house? And then the other one, like, you just lost a whole daughter because of this man. And then you just went and fell. It was crazy.
Let's go ahead and get started because they lost me the opening scene. Because y'all know we some 90s babies. And when we recognize somebody, we recognize them as millennials. And I knew who this was as soon as the episode opened. So I was like, if y'all go kill my boo off, we gonna have a problem already. Because why would we go and do that? So we get here. And I was like, I recognize this woman. I recognize this woman. And I was like, oh, not you finna kill Danny from Hocus Pocus. That's what we know. Right. Why would you do that? Why would y'all open the episode killing an OG witch? Now look here. Okay. He's just irresistible. He has to be. There is no plausible reason for him to just be rolling up. He's a stranger. It was the tarot cards for me when she was like, you know what, dangers are coming. Molly, you in danger, girl. All the Mayfairs, we need to be on the lookout. Something's coming our way. And yet we persist with this stranger coming up like a strange toddler asking for milk. Somebody got to tell me what's up with the milk thing also. Yeah. first of all, I'm always over Rowan. Rowan just makes me sick. She's always late to the party. She's always delayed. The show in its writing goes out of its way to make her look idiotic. We open with her, washing off the evidence because we just had to go and dispose of that body in that way. And oh my God, he's no longer in the basement and we just don't know what to do, leaving every witch walking to be subjected to his. He just hitting people off and they hemorrhaging. Like, what? Is that what happens to, you know what? I'm gonna come to y'all so y'all can tell me, but I don't know. But we also get into knowing that if he's not close to her, them powers not working. Ashley, why they kill Danny? Danny ain't do nothing to nobody.
Because she was dumb. She was real dumb. And who was on the phone? That was my question. Who are you talking to, ma'am? Is this another member of the Mayfair family? Is this somebody else on the outside? It kind of sounded like Sam. But I know this geneticist is supposed to be completely, impartial, not a part of the world. But I'm suspicious on who was on that phone call with her. And she's like, I need some space. No, Lasher, here we go. Here's the thing. I thought when Lasher was born in his human form, he's not supposed to have any powers or any draw, right? I thought that was what they communicated to us. Now, they're known for going against what they've communicated so far. So I'm not going to put too much on it. Rowan is an idiot. Rowan bound this house so Sip can't find her to save her or offer any assistance, but yet you couldn't bind the house to keep Lasher in it. Like, the things that don't make sense to me. And then Rowan just looks clueless and dumb the entire time. You sold your soul to the devil to be able to turn on the lights, because that's really the most. I mean, she did call down lightning today, which was fine. But girl, you're turning on the lights. You're turning them on and off. I don't get what the big draw was. But no, Thora, she went out really, really bad. But again, she did ask the name. He just didn't give it. And next thing we know, they are screwing on the couch. There is nothing aesthetically pleasing about a Lasher. There's nothing so deep in his conversation that would make me want to take my panties off. I can't wrap my head around it, Tyra. I cannot. I can't. And if Rowan doesn't grow a brain in the next 2 episodes, I don't know what I'm going to do, because the crying in the corner, the big eyes, it's lost on me. I said, y'all were right. Whoever said she's channeling Bella, aka Kristen Stewart, you are absolutely correct, because when she was in them damn woods talking to Lasher, like Bella talking to Edward, I was like, what is this? Like, get her out of here. Replace her.
It's very that it's the phone call for me. Like, just do what I asked you to do. Just because of who I am. I'm Roman. You know you want this. You're never gonna get this. But just up on me calling you, run that data again. Is it non-human? Is it ape? Is it whatever it is? Just do it because I said so. Like, this is I'm just tired of her. I just really want this series to roll over into Rowan being diabolical and just evil. I don't want the goodness. I want this all to be some facade, and she was never really as dumb as we thought she was, and this has been her plot and plan the whole time just to get her some powers. See? Why they kill Danny?
I don't know. Look, listen. This is the second hocus pocus person I've seen in this series. The first guy in season 1, there was the bully guy in season 1. Now we got Danny in season 2. We about to get Max in season 3. I don't know what's going on. There's a connection here. It's definitely a strong connection. But as far as her kind of, looking at Lasher and kind of trying to, see what that mouth do, I'm not 100% mad at her. She's stupid for letting him in the house, right? She's stupid for letting him in the house. But like I said, I don't know what it is, but something about this little, I don't know where I am Lasher is kind of a little bit more sexier than the Lasher before. I don't know if it's the haircut.
Excuse me. Please see.
I don't know if it's maybe he's innocent. He's trying to be good. Something about him is slightly more sexier than it was last season. I cannot be the only one. Don't be shy.
It's not me. Y'all speak up. Let it be known in the chat if you are agreeing with C that there's something a little sexy about this innocent Lasher. Like, I don't see it. I feel like it's gross. He still looks just as diabolical as he ever did. And him and that little, I don't know, can you trust that little boy? because he's supposed to be giving off young teens and he's grown Lasher. It's
Yeah.
gross. It's disgusting. And I want him to stop talking majority of the time. Child, when he was curled up in that corner, hidden out when that little beetle turned, I was like, get your ass up. Just,
I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her.
please.
I'm like, he doesn't want to do it. It seemed like he really doesn't really know what he's doing all the way. Like he's kind of like, what's the word? He's feels like
Ugly.
this draw to these witches. But
I don't see it. See, I don't see it. It does
So-
nothing for me. Lasher is just as unattractive as he was in season 1, but that's just me.
Maybe more so.
Quanta is Lasher just that irresistible? And why are these wishes so slow? They have to be drawn to him for them to be this slow. Because as she was saying, she was like, I don't normally, let people in my house that I don't know on the first letter. But it's just like, were you just saying that or were you just entranced?
I mean, that first opening scene, okay, we get Rowan, she in a fetal position. So that just happened. We really are just in the episode 1. I'm sitting trying to figure out, this man can barely talk. He really is walking around like a newborn infant. Like, I don't remember. I remember swimming once upon, like, what did he didn't say anything. She literally, I was just like, girl, are you that hard up? Like, I mean, what was that print doing? What is happening? Like, you really just, it was so fast. Oh, I see danger, but I'm going to let this strange man who can barely talk and communicate come into my house and do whatever. And the whole like hemorrhaging thing, I'm like, oh, is he knocking all these women up? And then it's not sticking because they don't have the power? Like, what is happening here? I was so upset because Thora was my girl. Okay, hocus pocus now and then. Thora was the OG. For them to do her like that, we needed more time with Thora. I would have liked to have known Thora, and that's my biggest issue right now. It's witches coming out the woodwork, just falling from the trees and whatnot, and we don't know them. What is happening?
These are the things that would draw me more to the show. Like, I was really excited to see her. I was hoping that maybe she might be a little piece of staple, but it would be cute if they did dig back into, witches in certain shows. Like, Charlotte, if I saw a good Prue situation or just whoever,
Bonnie,
somebody, it would be like, oh my goodness, it would be really, really cute. So I was like, yeah, it's not that. Maybe she about to die. EJ, why are the witches so dumb?
Girl, I can't really tell you why they so dumb because that they are. But I can tell you this is that I felt sorry for Lasher in this episode. The second time I watched it, I was like, oh, I really feel bad for him. Like for like a whole second. I did. I was like, dang, he really don't have a clue that he doing this. And then I was like, but this is the same Lasher from the Spirit Lasher. Eventually it's all gonna come full circle. But at this moment, I was low-key feeling a little bad. He was curled up in a ball. He tried to go get some milk and the milk, and they was like, the milk is spoiled and he had to run away. Y'all ain't got no hearts.
Doing that or not, how many women do we have to knock the bottom out of before we realize, oh, our diabolical D is hemorrhaging these women? Maybe I should go home. Maybe I should go sit down. Like,
he's still young, he gonna figure it out eventually. No, but seriously though, his I think his sperm is toxic. I said this man must got toxic sperm. That's what it gotta be. I mean, I don't know anything else. But then again, I don't know if he ever touched the girl from when he was a teenager. I mean, they really never tell us. I don't know what it is about him, but something about him. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we got to put Lasher down. She got to do something. I just think that Rowan was in over her head when she went through this whole thing. And I don't think that what she got in return is worth losing a whole lineage. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe it's coming. We got it later when I think she was, getting more into controlling the weather, because so far all we've seen her do is cut on some lights. I'm like, baby, all right. Was it worth it? Was it really, really worth it? Thank you so much, Dane, for the $2 super chat. Y'all don't understand the power of the Demon D energy. You say that, and I know you ain't watched the show, Dane. And no, we do not understand. We do not understand, D, because it will never be anything to where I'm like, why are we not putting the ladies on high alert? Can we not send a mass witch text? Hey, if this brother rolls up on you, don't open the door.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of over us getting into Rowan continuing to go episode and episode. She doesn't know anything. Like, what are we doing here? Thank you so much once again, Dane, for the $2. That the Lasher arc sounds like Species 2. I mean, if we wanted to go over there, it's adjacent. It's absolutely adjacent. We don't know what this man plans to do. But once again, for anybody who is getting here, shout out to the 65 people here. We do want to know your thoughts. We do want to know your theories. Be sure to show us some love, and we can talk about it all here live for $4.99. Let me go on and run this ad, and we are going to come right back.
Target quiet. When you try to come for me, I keep on flourishing. And he see the universe when I'm the company. Is you love it how I move you love it how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman. And I feel it after midnight, a feeling that you can't fight, my one. It lingers when we're done. You believe God is a woman. I don't wanna waste my time, yeah. You ain't got a one-track mind, yeah. Every day anyway you like, yeah. And I can tell that you won't know how I want it. Ain't nobody else can relate. Boy, I like that you ain't afraid. Baby, lay me down and let's pray. I'm telling you the way I like it. You love it how I move you love it how I touch you, my one.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, EJ, I'm gonna come to you because I think we discussed this last time about whether or not we should really trust Miss JoJo here. Because out of all the things that Rowan can do, her go-to for whatever reason is, oh, we're just gonna wake up Cortland. Like, that's the only thing that you could think to do at this moment, because he's the only one who has a strong enough connection with Lasher to maybe know where he is or what he wants in general. And JoJo says, hell no. Leave him there. He can't do anything. He's gonna lie. He doesn't know anything. But we also have him in here chatting it up with Daddy Julian, who we'll get into. But can we trust JoJo, EJ?
Sorry, I was on mute. No. I mean, yes. I like JoJo. I think we can trust JoJo. I think JoJo is just really, really hurt right now by the revelations that she's learned about her father. And I think that's just the space that she's in. Like, look, I don't F with you right now. And but I do believe that we can trust her to a certain extent. Do I think that she would make a choice, like make a decision, like choose between one or the other, and maybe it won't be Rowan? Do I think that it would ever be a thing? I could see something like that, because I don't think Rowan has that connection with the family just yet. The only person that she really is a little bit close to is JoJo, but JoJo hasn't given me any reason to think that she is because what's her name? Dolly, the black witch. I don't trust her. She ain't gave me them vibes yet. I'm still on the I can trust JoJo boat right now.
I mean, I'm not sure, because how devoted she was. Like, she always knew that her father was corrupt. She might didn't know to what extent, but she knew that he wasn't a good man. But she followed him, unwillingly, and did his bidding. So I could never just fully trust her to think that she's just on the right side of the law now, me personally. Quana, are you trusting JoJo?
No. When that girl said, have you eaten anything? Let me fix you something to eat. I said, oh, no, I've seen this play before. Like, I don't trust it. Like, she is definitely, in my opinion, an op. Okay. She is Rowan's op. I'm not buying it for a second. And I think I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop, because she served her that slice of whatever that pie was. And I said, oh yeah, she's putting in some groundwork for later.
Quana said this devil's pie.
She was the way she cocked her eye and was staring at her while she was eating. I said, oh yeah, I've been around heifers like you before. I know.
It's just the lineage. Like, your family is just, I don't believe that she was living and breathing around her dad all this time, and now she's just instantly good. I don't know. See, are you trusting JoJo?
I'm trusting JoJo for now. Right. So far, she hasn't given me a reason to distrust her. But I know how story writing goes, right? And I feel like, if we're supposed to be on Myra's is supposed to be like our person in the family now, our person who's supposed to be the most trustworthy in the family now. So I feel like eventually JoJo may, like, show her hand. But so far I trust her. But I don't think it's gonna be like that the whole season though. I don't know.
Hmm. Ashley, do you trust JoJo?
Hell no. No, 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 no. We cannot trust any of these inbred Mayfairs. At this point, we can't trust any of them. Now, what I will say is I like Julian. Julian is the undead op that I really enjoyed. All of the scenes I saw with him and Cortland, I was here for it. He's diabolical. He is like the true stuff of like an Anne Rice villain. And I want to see more of it. Like, you're literally eating the fatty part of your son's left hand. I was here for all of the foolishness between him and Cortland. But back to JoJo. No, I don't think we'll ever be able to trust her, because just like Cortland is forever going to vie for the approval of both his father and a Lasher, I think JoJo's got that in her as well. I think if Cortland bends one way too far, she's absolutely going to be there to recover and pick up the pieces by any means necessary. I think those deep trauma wounds run super deep in that family. No, I can't trust her. It's cute right now. Okay, love on your little sister Rowan, Roro. Give her the job at the hospital. That's cute. But when Cortland's back in full action, oh no, baby. Oh no. And then this little redemption thing, he's acting like he was changed and transformed. He was delivered. He's not. Cortland's gonna be back up under Lasher the first chance he gets. No, don't trust none of them.
The way that pissed me off towards the end when she was walking with that geneticist, it's like, I'm gonna be lead, surgeon. Shut up, Rowan,
Right.
please. Oh, she make me mad every time. She make me mad every time. Thank you so much, Awakened Soul, for the $5 super chat. Did y'all peep the vampire in the trailer for the next episode? This episode definitely was better. Definitely saw the vampire, and I thought he looked goofy as hell. I was like,
That was
I
fun,
thought he
right?
looked.
He does look goofy, doesn't he?
He looked goofy as hell. I was like, who is this? These are
He
not.
got a baby face. Is this that baby face with the teeth? It just doesn't look scary. I think that's what it is.
It looked like a spoof. It looked like, I just was like, who? These are not my distinguished gentlemen. But hopefully he gives what he needs to give. Did anybody feel some type of way about the vampire that we saw in the trailer? Are you guys excited?
I thought it was Sam. I know that Sam is coming back. Is this a
That's not
reiteration?
Sam. This is somebody else.
Yeah,
I
it
kept
looks
running
like
it back. This is somebody
It
else.
looks fat-faced and odd like Sam does to me. And I know Sam is affiliated with the Talamasca, and I know we'll see him again. I thought they was dropping him here, but I think we'll see 2 or 3 vampires, and I'm definitely excited because the woman vampire looks a little bit more serious than this one did.
Baby, long as they don't bring my mans over here, I don't care who they attach to this project. I don't care who it is. Oh well, but I think I have a picture of him towards the end that we can get into and look at and see if it's Sam or not. I didn't think it was Sam. I was like, who is this looking goofy? But Sam could be goofy. Now, speaking of Ashley and this fella here, I was like, okay, we get it. They were very on the nose with exactly who this is.
You know what? I think you like him because he looked like Santiago from Interviewing Ray.
Got the finger waves.
He's performing and he's acting and he's like, this is one of the more even though he's dead, I mean, he's one of the more developed characters that has a distinct personality and a distinct motivation. Like, he's there to be a maniac, and we're getting the background as Rowan is reading her auntie's letters about Julian, giving himself completely to Lasher. I want to know more about Julian. I'm intrigued by his character.
I'm scared. I don't know if they're gonna do right by this man. I've loved this man since Psych. Shout out to anybody who was watching Psych on USA.
Oh, yeah.
I was, but he was the dad. Like, he's a fun actor. I like a little, smart writing. I like a good subtle situation. Like, ooh, look at that nuance. This was very like, Lulu's like, ha ha ha, bring me. I was like, all right, we get it. We get it. He is the worst of the worst as far as who their lineage and their father could be. And he is rightfully why Cortland is the way that he is. I didn't want to know already that I was like, oh my god, he finna run him down into the ground and say you ain't never gonna be if you. But no, and then he did it. I was like, yep, this is very much so on brand. But I do like the unexpected. I did kind of like the imagery of him being like a giant. Towering over the thing, but it was very much, yes, I'm this devoted. I will literally give you my left tit, Dad. I want to make you proud. I got it though. I look forward to seeing if they do anything with him. That's my concern. Are you guys going to do anything with him, or is it just going to be this? See, you didn't feel no type of way about Julian?
I'm shocked to know that that's the dad from Psych. I used to love that show. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That wow, he looks almost complete. I would have never recognized him. But he's interesting. I like that the uncle was getting his just desserts because he's been out here doing dirty for a minute, messing with these little young girls, unbeknownst to them. So I'm like, okay, this is what he needs. He needs someone to put him in his place, to remind him that he's a little man with little aspirations and he's a nothing. And I'm like, yeah, Julie, this is why I like the dad for doing that, right? So when we see what happens at the end of the episode, I was like, why the hell did Rowan why did she do this? It makes no sense to me. But I love seeing that there was someone who can put this man in his place. So shout out to Julian for that.
Yeah, Quana, do you feel like he is gonna ruin something? Because he tells Cortland, like, you need to stay here. Don't you get out there trying to prove anything. The best thing you could do for everything to take its natural course is to sit your butt down. Is he gonna mess something up, Quana?
I mean, it depends on whose point of view you are vying for. Who are we rooting for here? I'm at the point now where I'm getting a little sinister. I really want to see what this show can do, and so I think if they make the right moves with his character, it can really get interesting. I think he was like one of the better parts of the episode. Is he going to mess things up for Cortland? Absolutely. What I'm learning about the Mayfairs is there's no honor in the Mayfairs. Like, they definitely know stuff is going down, and nobody is where is the phone tree? Okay, practical magic. Where is the phone tree? 911 ladies. There, y'all were your time is up. Do you know you have 30 minutes? Like, there's no honor among the Mayfair. So I definitely think that he is going to mess things up. But I think he has a plan.
Oh, definitely. We got that last shot of him calling Rowan, and all I seen was that little baby Rowan that we got in the first episode. And we do know that he gave himself over completely, so they are definitely protected in that way. I just hope they do something with him.
Fingers crossed.
EJ, how are you feeling about meeting Julian?
I actually like Julian. I thought it was I like a good op sometimes. Like, and to be fair, I can't really tell who the ops are in this at this point. Like, some of them I think, and then I'm like, nah. But I really do like Julian. I think that Julian is going to be a great character. I hope that they do a whole lot with him. I just want to see him get down and dirty. I can't stand Cortland. Anybody who's against Cortland, I'm here for it. And the way that he treats him, the way that he ate that hand, I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna really, really enjoy liking the bad guy, quote unquote, in this right here. And he does look a little like Santiago, by the way, too. That was like one of the first things that I was like, oh,
it's the finger waves. I just want to get to like, I need a big bad. I need like, because Lasher doesn't even give me all the villainy that I would desire for this type of show. So if we can get that like diabolical, like, oh my god, he's so evil, like if we could get that from him, that would be nice, because there ain't nobody scared of Cortland or nobody else that we've come across as of recent.
Didn't even take the watch off the hand. Dang. Okay.
He chopped it off. He was like, you're doing better. Yes. Now give me the other hand. But this is, oh god, I can't stand her. I cannot stand Rowan. When Rowan went, and it's just like, oh, he's close by because the powers are working and the milk is here, and she chased him down, and he's like, I'm gonna come out, but I need you to close your eyes. Like, look at your old ass out here. I don't have time to play with you, extra large Lasher. And she's out there, and it's gonna da-da-da-da-da. She doesn't even try to really finesse the situation to work in her favor. Like, you can't even pretend. The fact that you would just get out there and like, don't you remember how it was, like literally 5 days ago when I just became your mom? Remember, we can get back there. I love you. Like, it's like, psych, I hated you. You were never my son. I was like, we're trying to capture him, right? Can we do a little better? Can you get your aim together? Maybe you need a little practice, but I need Rowan and all of her power. I need her to be more useful than she currently is, because right now it looks like she's doing these things on purpose. It looks like you don't want to capture him. It looks like you don't want to answer to anything, because if we capture him, then we have to be met face to face with actually killing him. And do you want to do that? I don't think so, because it seems like you'd rather have that little piece of power to cut on and turn off a goddamn light. Ashley?
Yeah, that's all she did. Oh, let me turn on the lights with my powers. Girl, like Rowan is just so I don't know, because it's like you see that there's potential for this character, and I don't know if it's the execution or the writing. I don't know what it is, but that scene was laughable in the forest. It was laughable to me, because just kids, like you said, psych. I hate your stinking guts. I didn't have you. You're not my child. Somebody's got to control you, and it's not going to be you, sis, because you called the fires down and you still didn't catch him. Like, I don't get, like, if this is the thing, the entity that's given you all of your power, why do you think that you'll be able to control it? Because clearly you can't. Clearly none of the spell work you've done, nothing has been able to keep him in check. And so he's just going to continue massacring Mayfair people. And honestly, I don't think she cares, other than any reason that it's on her watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Rowan really cares about anybody but Rowan. Even her little stupid research problem with the DNA. You know he's an ancient familiar spirit. We know this. What is getting the DNA going to do for you, Rowan? What are you going to come up with, Rowan? You can't even catch him. Like, I'm just so uninterested. These big eyes, this shaking in the corner thing. I need her to draw from somewhere else. I need her to channel another actress, leave Kristen Stewart alone. I need her to come out of a different bag, because it's not giving. And then to watch the after show, and the showrunner is like, yeah, because with her, D'Addario and Huston in the woods, the chemistry was just on fire. You're a liar. And the truth is, there is no chemistry between these people, not as mother and son, not as love interest, not as anything. Like, I felt nothing, Tyra, except annoying.
Except for comedy, this is laughter. I laughed like when she fell on the ground. I was like, girl, get up. Like, he was like, you don't want to help me. You just want to control me. Meanwhile, he looks every bit of 47. I don't have time for any of this crap. See, were you feeling this moment? Did Rowan do all that she could do for how powerful, grand these damn witches are? The best thing we can do is hang our hand outside of a moving car window and hope to feel him in the air.
Rowan is serving two masters at this point, and I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me, because she's trying to uncover his DNA. She's trying to, uncover what's his reason for wanting a body. It's like, at what point does it no longer matter? He's out here killing folks, Rowan. Like, who cares what the motivation was originally? It doesn't matter at this point. He's guilty, right? You know what he's doing. And the fact that the police showed up to the crime scene of our girl Danny and didn't even inspect the random jar of milk in the corner of the crime scene. I was like, nobody checked that for DNA. It's still in the corner. Nobody bagged that up to see what the hell's going on with that. But I can't lie. Some in the woods, I was feeling like I was heavy Twihard back in the day. So I was feeling like the Edward Bella kind of. I was okay. I'm here in the woods. I feel the vibe, right?
It was not. It wasn't none of that for me. It was never spider monkeying. I didn't feel an out for anything. When he's not selling it for me either. Like, these actors are not great. I'm sorry.
No,
they're not. There's a disconnect, because there's material, even though the show is lacking on all fronts, especially writing. Some actors can do a little bit with a lot. We could go like, oh my God, the writing is so terrible, it's distracting. But that damn Lasher, baby, he is doing what he can do with what he's given. No, I'm scared. Like, it's like ABC acting. Like, where did you guys go? Is this all nepotism? This is terrible.
Yes.
I think the issue I'm having so much with this show is, even as I'm not even picking up on all the Twilight stuff, In my mind, I'm going back to Charmed and Buffy.
Yeah.
And I see where they're pulling from. I see where Anne was pulling from. I'm like, okay, a little bit of Angel storyline, Angel redemption arc, Angel, corruption, come back. Then he come back again. He like a little baby. He's all scared and everything. Okay, got a little bit of that going on. I'm seeing all of the threads of stuff that's good. And I think, I don't know if it's just that we haven't lived with these characters enough in season 1. We didn't build up that chemistry. Rowan is pissing me off so bad because she's acting like someone who I don't understand her reasoning behind anything that she's doing. Unless we find like if there's something that's kicking in that's like forgetting, okay, either the man is seducing you or the man is your baby and you can't decide, like make up my mind for me. I don't understand, and it's really bugging me. You were never my child. No, I mean, he was a lot of things. He was a lot of things that we got to deal with. That we got to unpack all of that. So, and I was going back because I was remembering her in Percy Jackson, and I was like, I ain't like her behind a Percy Jackson.
No, it was never been.
Right as it's kept.
It's never been a time.
It was not. She was not the one.
You be watching stuff, Kwani. You remember her in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D? Terrible. Terrible. It's awful. I don't care.
I blocked that out my mind. I forgot she was up in that.
It was with her open chest exposed for no reason. And then I see that she's in White Lotus. We've been meaning to watch that to get caught up.
She was in White Lotus.
Is she good there?
No.
Golly.
No. I forgot she was in White Lotus. She sure enough was.
Yeah.
She was pissing me off in that show.
Maybe she's, working on the sex appeal. Quiet as is kept. The men are loving her. My male friends who are watching the show via my channel, they like her. They say she's a hottie. So maybe it's her sex appeal that she's selling.
Like
Because it ain't the acting.
She's a beautiful girl. Like the acting is even the lines, you're like, what? Did they really write that? Or is it how she said it? Oh no, Lasher. I'm like, girl, like be a real person. You're a real girl. Like you could be a real girl.
She said she could be a real girl.
EJ, because you said you were feeling something for Lasher. Did you feel the connection in this moment? Did you care, EJ?
Listen, I cared about Lasher. I did. I told you I feel sorry for him right now. He's trying. Rowan had an opportunity right here, right? She had an opportunity to reel him back in. All she had to do was sell the situation. That's it. All she had to do was say all the right things, say what he needed to hear in this moment. See, she didn't have enough time to become a parent, because as parents, we know that sometimes you got to finesse situations. And you got to say what them kids need to hear at the right time, right? But Rowan, she didn't grow. She only had, 6-7 days to figure out this whole parenting thing. And so therefore, she didn't know. So instead, she went with anger. I don't like you. You was never my child. Give him back. All this other stuff, whatever else she said. But yeah, I did feel sorry for him. Look at him. He go and sit in the doggone corner.
I'm not getting into the innocence in the progression, because the way that they had him aging last episode, mentally, he was where he was supposed to be, according to whatever age he was supposed to be. So now when we have to have him all the way completely grown, and now he's reverting back to kind of how you would be innocently lost, maybe between the ages of 12 and 15. No, when he pushed her, or when he was it was very accurate. With milk, give me some milk. It wasn't we weren't goo goo gaga, and when we had that seersucker suit on talking to the black lady. I'm confused. Even when when he tried to attack her, and it was just it was very present and accurate according to whatever age he was at that particular day. So now, why are we all of a sudden, you don't care about me? You want to, what is happening here?
Confused. He love.
I was expecting him to maybe of course he's trying to retread steps. So I remember I was the water in the sky. Shut up, Lash. You shut up. You going over there. All of y'all just shut up and go away from me with this. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. But the whole innocent play, as if he's just so, I don't see it. I don't see it. I think he should still be discovering, I don't know who I am, or the strength of what my powers are. But you're not 12.
Yeah, I don't see that. That's why I feel like they should have left him younger for longer. If we were still getting that teenage, even years, you can kind of see why, okay, a woman would, older woman would feel sorry for him and let him in her house if he's, nowhere
Mhm.
to stay.
Yeah.
And, that would make more sense. But they wanted to rush back to this actor
Uh-huh.
at his grown age, and it doesn't.
Oh, that would
It,
have worked.
it's
That
not
would have
right.
worked. See, the little boy rolling up, a little 12, 13, like, oh my God, are you lost? Like, come in, like,
Yeah,
help you. No, you letting this man in with his 5 o'clock shadow. I don't have time.
right.
And we should have seen him struggling with his with that confusion as he was elevating. And I don't know if y'all have seen what's that name of that movie? Is it oh my gosh, it's not Wild Hearts. What is it? The movie with the boy with the 8 part. Kristen
What's the
Untamed
eight part?
Heart. They haven't seen
The
it.
Untamed Heart.
And
If
Marissa
he was
Tomei. Yeah.
if he was channeling that for this, that like kind of broken
I got a
sensitivity, and we
baboon
saw him
heart.
younger like that,
Never.
that would have had me like, oh, blood precious,
Mm.
hug him, get him.
Yeah.
I would have been all into that.
That's
He
somebody.
aged out. He aged out of it. Nobody got no sympathy for this grown ass Lasher.
We
He's too old.
He is.
How we
And
bypass the 22-year-old fine version of him? Why did we bypass that?
Who? What fine version? You crazy? What?
I'm saying they could have casted somebody. That's
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
saying. We're missing all this opportunity to have an attractive version of him. We just bypass all the opportunity and go straight to this.
We
Yeah.
didn't see him
But then they couldn't go back to the other actor because that would be horrible if they went back to the other actor.
No, we were supposed to have our little biracial Rowan Sip child. That's what this was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be. Y'all got
What's
me
his name?
thinking about
Aaron
that the whole
Pierre?
week.
Mhm.
Yes,
Mufasa.
Aaron Pierre, that's
Hey.
Mufasa with them eyes. The eyes would have been
Yeah.
perfect.
But I didn't. We'll have to stay here. I just wanted to acknowledge, like, read the room. It's like, I'm trying. Like, did you really try? You didn't try. You never tried. If
didn't
you
try.
were gonna try, you would have tried when I came and Ghostly told you. Don't wait till he ages up. You need to do it now. This is the greatest opportunity and the only opportunity you'll probably ever have to kill him while he's, a child. And we just couldn't do it. Girl, you didn't try. I was here for her reading the absolute room, even though she's not actually there. Even though she's not there. Like, you didn't try. Like, sell that lie to somebody else. I am getting more and more as to why Miss Ma'am just wanted to stab Rowan and just throw her over the balcony last season. Like, girl, we should have killed Rowan while we had the chance.
Mhm.
I was trying to, give her a little room. Like, no, we should have killed you. If we had killed you, this would have never happened. You not only fulfill the prophecy, but you're ignorant. Get away from me. Speaking of ignorant, we got Sip here. He's getting a trust tab. That we're not going to eventually use, but he makes it clear that I don't want the Bible and I don't want that memory just yet. And then we get into Albert and we get into, I'm just kind of trying to work the system, as Sip, doing the best I can, kind of keeping your friends closer and your enemies closer. And he's more, of an ally to me as an enemy than And I'm just like, and then of course we learn that if he, erases a memory or whatever, it's just gone, period. And they have this little moment of it's happening to the both of us. And I'm sure he still just pretty much looks to have an ally in her and not much else. But EJ, do you feel like Sip, after you heard this whole conversation at the table, is he doing everything that he could possibly do right now at this moment?
I mean, it ain't a lot that Sip can do right now. I feel like he's playing the long game, and this is the game that he has to play. I feel like you have to go along with the whole Talamasca thing, like go along with what their plan is in order for you to get to what you really need to do. Because at the end of the day, I still don't know what the Talamasca's agenda is. I don't know if they are for the good or for the bad. They're supposed to be neutral, but I really haven't figured them out just yet. Maybe I don't have enough information on them yet, but I think that Sip is doing what he needs to do in order to make sure that whatever the end game is, that and there's a thing with Sip too, because sometimes I honestly think that he's more so still caught up in Rowan. So I question him a little bit too. Like, are you truly doing this for the right reasons? But eventually I feel like he'll get there. I just think he got to get over Rowan, and he'll get there to the point where he's going to do what's right for the actual greater good. I think this is the only good person in the show, to be honest.
Sip, he just be acting so useless. Like, I just feel like with how far Sip's power can go, he could, use those things to his advantage a little bit more. And he just seems to only use them in the capacity that would get him closer to Rowan. And just after you would have one time to make me lose my memories. And I'm plotting, like, I don't know if he has an underbelly of something going on that he's gonna unleash before the show's over, but it always seems like he is actively doing nothing. Quana, is Sip doing everything that he could possibly do at this moment?
I think he thinks he is, but it's sad. I still just want him to stop simping for Rowan. I really wish that, like, they gave him a greater purpose within himself, and it wasn't just about rescuing, because I feel like it's just rescuing Rowan. I don't really feel like it's genuinely like, oh, I'm really trying to save the world at this point. I think I'm trying to save Rowan. I'm trying to save my sweet honeybee, and there's no reason. There's nothing. It's not giving that. It's not giving that for him. Boo boo. I'm so sorry. She's not going to be there for you at the end. I don't see that for you.
I can't remember what he said, but I rolled my eyes so hard when he was like, "We are the only thing standing in between structure and chaos."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Are you not acting like it, Sip?"
And I'm there for your whole family. Like,
Boy,
okay.
See, how you feeling about Sip?
I don't like Sip because I don't feel that he knows what he's doing. Like, I don't like that this is supposed to be like our, ultimate good of the show, because he doesn't seem like he doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. He's like his first day on the job. It feels like the only person that I feel like who really good, get down is Arjuna. I'm glad she had an appearance in this show. She definitely seems like the most capable based off of her what she did in the first season, the little bit that we saw of her. But Sip, it's like, if it wasn't for him having emotions and some sort of, like, desire for Rowan, I don't know if he would even be all that involved. He doesn't even seem to be that dedicated to the Talamasca, right? He was trying to get away. So it's like, it's just him trying to get his girl back, quote unquote, his girl. But no, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think he's doing it all for the right reasons, and I don't like that.
I think that's my dilemma. It's like, what were you doing before you met Rowan?
Mm-hmm.
What was your life like? Was there anything else going on, Ashley?
It almost makes me think he's under a spell, because he even remembers walking past that house as a kid and being drawn to it. And you remember in season 1, he and his sisters having this conversation, and the sissy that we haven't seen since is like, what are you doing? Stay away from them people. You've been obsessed with them since that house, like since we were kids. I don't know if he's been enchanted or what it is, but Sip the simp needs to keep his peen in his jeans, all right? Because I didn't like how he was looking at Moira. I said, if he can't get Rowan, he's going to try to get another one of the Mayfairs, and it's going to piss me off. Stay over here with Arjuna. I like her. I thought this was the most interesting scene I've seen him in ever. He has no purpose outside of the Mayfairs, and it's sickening to me. I really don't like that. I need him to find his sister, because where did she go? She was pregnant. You're not worried about your niece or nephew? Like,
Never.
we haven't seen anything like anything as it relates to Sip as an independent character. We don't know. His life fully revolves around it. And I'm just pissed. I know he's probably going to try to fight this Sam guy, because we know Rowan is hot in the tail. She's going to bust it open for the geneticist guy. And when he finds out, he's going to have a whole meltdown. He's going to be crying, rocking in the corner somewhere too. Yeah, Sip isn't doing all he could do, because Sip could actually be thinking about becoming upwardly mobile in the Talamasca, getting to the heights where he could be a decision maker, or even becoming an elder, right? Because those are the big wigs of the Talamasca. He just doesn't, his purpose is singular, and it's all about the Mayfairs, and it's so annoying because he could be more.
I don't know. I thought they were going to team up here and, like, talk about a plan or something. It was just like, nope. I was like, oh well, that didn't go anywhere. We're just really going to be saving the world one white woman at a time. All right, I completely understand. Speaking of white women, Yeah, trifling. We got it. I just wanted to acknowledge that she was trifling as hell. Like, girl, I wanted to acknowledge this, but also like they're going out of our way to show how trifling the family is, especially her own mother, and how distant they are. I was like, can we please keep her away from Rowan? Do she have to go over there with her? Like, she seems extremely smart and very present and aware. And I don't want her to get dumb all of a sudden because we have to have her next to Rowan and being equal. I just don't want that because but it's like they're doing their best to kind of show like how isolated she's been because we can't even trust me with your thoughts and you're playing this music. And yeah, when we found out her little child, her little connection to Lasher, I was like, girl, Betty, if you don't grow up, you old heifer. But we get here. I don't want her near Rowan. Like I was like, she's so smart and she just got here.
Mhm.
She's so smart and she just got here. Like, please read the room. Like, is that what you tell yourself, Sip, at night so you can sleep well, that you're not doing this for Rowan? And then after all of that, you're still in love with her, in like with her. You still care after all that nothing she put you through last season.
Mhm.
I don't know. At least he didn't go the slime route and try to put that truth tab on her. That's if he could have did that. Because child, what can Sip do right exactly? But I was absolutely here for her character, and I'm just afraid that they're gonna distract and detach and pull away from all these nice qualities because we're gonna have her be equal and over there with Rowan because she doesn't have any other connection in the family.
Mhm.
Ashley,
They better not. They better not. This is my other hopeful. I like Moira and I like damn Julian. These are the only two that they got right now. So they better not ruin her character. I love that she's headstrong. I feel like she is formidable to Rowan because Rowan's going to forget that she need to have music playing and Moira's going to be able to get in her mind. My only issue is because she's a Mayfair and it's deep down in her core, now she's going to be the sole caregiver to this other sister. Is she going to feel somehow ingratiated to the family and betray the Talamasca? That's my only thing. Like, that's the rub. I do have a feeling she's going to end up teaming up with Rowan and it's going to piss me off. But I feel it. I feel it deep down on the inside because, Rowan's not letting Sip anywhere near her. If she was to ever find out that Moira was connected, it would be over. I think they'll probably do like a whole, like, you'll be our inside man and don't say that know us, whatever, and get to work in that way. And I think they're really going to connect. But yeah, I want Moira to stay pure. I want this brazen spirit to continue. I want her to stay a fighter and I want her to get to the bottom of Lasher in this situation. Also, question, why won't they go into detail about these powers? Like, we know she can read minds, but what else can she do? Can she control them as well? Like, these are the questions that need
oh
answers.
no no
These are
no,
the
we
things
don't we
that
don't go there. We don't go over there. Actually, you going over there across the street when they like you to stay on the other side of the street.
Mhm.
Whatever you see is the bare minimum extent of their powers. This is all that it is. She can read minds, and that's it.
Mhm.
See?
Um, I like Myra as well. I wonder if she seems very level-headed. She seems because she obviously has this separation from the family, even though she's in the family. She's, gone away at school. She's not so much involved as the people who are like, really ingrained in the Mayfair type of situation. I wonder if that will change when she meets Lasher, because all of these Mayfair women seem to have some sort of weakness for
Oh,
Lasher.
God.
And it seems like, I don't know, based off of what we've seen
Mhm.
with the Mayfair women, that may come, all of this headstrongness may come to a head when she gets to Lasher. And I like that there's like almost this like this messaging of how strong women kind of lose themselves with a man. And that just seems like all of these powerful witches, all of the things that they can do and potentially can do. Not only are they wealthy, they're powerful, they have all of these abilities, but they all are stupefied and feral for this one Lasher who's not even that great. Like we mentioned, like he's okay, but he's not like nothing to be writing home about. And I get the feeling that she's going to be, oh, I need to be this force for my sister up until the point that she meets Slasher. And I think that's where we might have like a switch here with
I'm
her.
hoping that's when her mind reading comes into play and she just really sees it for what it is. Like, please don't get dumb. Don't get dumb next to Lasher and don't get dumber next to Rowan. Please and thank you. Quana,
I like Moira. Although I don't like her name because I feel like we already have a major series that has a Moira, so now we got to have 2 series with a Moira. Why we got to keep having Moiras in all the series? That said, she's going to be. I think they're definitely starting her on a journey where she's going to be done for Rowan. She's going to have that sense of family connection kick in, and she's going to try to read, Lasher's mind. She's going to tell Rowan that she's going to read Lasher's mind in order to kind of see what he's really going through, and they're going to gain control. And when it comes down to it, Rowan is not going to choose Moira. She's going to choose Lasher, and Moira is going to be the one in the middle. I see it. I mean, I see it already. Definitely think she's expendable, and it's so sad because I think she's going to hope that she's not, but I think she's going to end up being expendable to Rowan, definitely.
Oh.
And I just think it's sad. She's sweet, and I think she's super smart. I think she's the only one who maybe
she's the only one who can act, Quana. She can act. Leave her alone.
She is the only one who can act, but I think that she's going to be expendable, which is really sad because I'm still waiting for these women to get together and maybe like Ashley said, discuss their powers. What can they do? Why don't nobody know it? I don't understand why they don't know anything, or why we're not getting discussions about what they can do collectively and independently. But maybe she'll be the person to find whatever the spell was that kind of protected some of them from Lasher early on. Maybe she'll be the one to find it and she'll get protection.
I'm hoping she just jumps into rare form and really reads Rowan's mind as well, and know that you really don't have a strong, full intention of killing Lasher because you enjoying them powers. Granny in her little granny gear, she didn't lie. The sister, she always like the Golden Girls. She didn't lie. You get a little tingly feeling every time you cut a lamp on. EJ?
At that part. I actually like this character a lot. She was the one character that I really gravitated to in the first episode. And then of course, coming into this episode, I like another character as well. And Sip, I'm still kind of, on the fence about him. But if anybody, those are my only few that I really, really like. So I don't need her to go anywhere. What I need for her to do is I need for her to just go ahead and read Rowan's mind. Once she can get close to her, once she can really get close to her, read her mind, see that she really does, that it's really all about the powers. It's not about the family. Rowan doesn't even have a connection to the family for her to care about the family, to ride this hard for the family. It really makes no sense. Like, why are you out here risking your life for this family that you don't even have a clue about? You just met them all of 2 seconds ago. So I've never understood that particular part of it. I've always felt like it had to be something more, and that Rowan really was just, just laughing in our faces when it all comes down to it. So I hope that Moira is the one that really just brings her to her knees. I hope she does not turn on her. I hope she doesn't turn on, I hope that Rowan doesn't turn against the Talamasca in this case, because I really do hope that she helps them, because we got to get rid of Lasher, and it seems like everybody who gets around Lasher seems to just start swooning, except for, was it cousin Carlotta, or I think she was the cousin or the sister or somebody, but anyway, she didn't fall for Lasher. There were some women in this family who absolutely didn't fall for Lasher, but so many of them do. I don't think that Moira is going to be one of them. I think she's going to be the exception as well, but I really hope that she's formidable. I hope that she doesn't end up teaming up with Rowan, because I think that would be a disservice to her character. I think they need some strife in the family. I think they need somebody else who is totally against Rowan and doesn't see Rowan as this savior and all of these things that everybody else sees as this 13th witch. I need for her to just, stand 10 toes down on it and go ahead and do what she needs to do. So I'm excited to see where this character goes, and I really hope they don't do anything with her, like as far as get rid of her. I need her to stay. I like her.
I don't want her rubbing elbows with Sip either. I don't want any type of any ounce of romance between them. Like, just please. Just please save all that for Rowan. I definitely do not want to see that personally. Hopefully he looks at her like a little teeny something, because Sip, please. Ugh. Speaking of please, they keep introducing people like, this geneticist from yonder. Oh, he's so thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah is always thirsty.
I want him to be evil. I want him to be an old OG warlock from. I want him to be in on it. Like be something other than yet another man just wanting to get a whiff of Rowan just for sport. You mean to tell me you hopped on a flight, flew all the way down here? It's an ill. What like how Rowan acted when she saw that man? Ugh, what are you doing here? I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cynical. And he's like, I came down, I haven't seen you. You look beautiful. Like, is this your home? Like, yeah. So, like, why are you here? It's been like 3 years. Can you just do that and ship it to me? Like, very entitled, very irritated by his presence. But we also have it switched to where she's, doing the Bella Swan, tucking that damn hair behind her ear and biting her lip, talking about what's what, the dumb crap. To where it's like, oh, there's still a potential of, maybe a little love making to happen here. And I really don't want that. Do we need another love interest? Is Simp not enough? He already devoted, and if I see Simp look like he want to roll his eyes at this man or just feel like he's entitled, like that was my woman, that was like
It's coming.
I just don't want that. It's too many characters here for people to not be doing a goddamn thing. But he's already annoying. I'm annoyed. I don't need another man hanging off of Rowan's tit. EJ,
Hanging out the tit. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So the first thing about this, I feel like he's gonna be here, and we know that they are gonna be back together again. We know that's about to happen. I mean, honestly, I was like, okay, this might be an interesting character to get to know, to see what it's, because something tells me that he was so ready to come here. Why was he so ready to come here? What did he see in that? He's all you. When we first met him, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I think his project or something had got canceled. I don't know. Whatever it was, they had floored it, right? So what if instead he looks at this DNA sample and sees some potential in it, and now he's coming to Rowan because it's really not about her, it's really about this blood sample and what it could possibly do. That's more so what I'm hoping for, but I don't know, could be wishful thinking, but I would hope that it would be more along those lines, that it was more of a diabolical purpose instead of just a Rowan love interest.
I'm cool with that, EJ. If he was just low down, if he could pull the rug from underneath her, like, girl, it was never about you. I'm here about the sample. Be selfish. Be do that. But the other stuff, I don't want to see the other stuff. Quana?
Listen, I was okay when we first saw Jonah last episode. I was like, okay, Jonah, I see you, pivoting over from the superstore, trying to get with Rowan, buy her, bring her some toilet paper, some eggs, some milk, something like that, some groceries. There's no purpose to his character as of right now, except that they're trying to give Rowan someone normal to connect her to, so that by the end of it all, we somehow think that she's a good person. That's the only thing I can imagine for why he's here. Because like her running the blood sample for what? Like, you don't know he is an entity that was reborn out of your cooter cat. Why do you need to run his blood sample? It makes zero sense. It is just wasted space so she can have this, boomerang romance come back to show that she's somehow connected to her humanity still. But at the end of the day, the day got to end. I like Ben, whatever his name is on the show. I don't even know his name on the show. I was like, hey, Jonah, what's going on?
Now, I would be here for that. I would be here for this blood sample really meaning something, because if not, then we've truly what are we wasting 3, maybe 4 more episodes of like, aha, these are the traces and the origins of the whatever. Like, I've never seen he's unhuman. He's like, I don't need someone here as a foreign, full-blown human, just like, oh, these powers, like you're still learning about the universe. We're going to introduce another person who wants to learn something, and I love you anyway, Rowan. I want to be with you. Like, oh, please let it be that this sample actually turns into something useful. Maybe we can use it to defeat him or get into, some different origins, something that we don't know about Lasher already, because she's really going off on this tangent about needing to know more, even to the extent of getting closer to Cortland. Like, it needs to mean something. If not, it's going to piss me off. Ashley.
Oh Lord. Yeah, you said it earlier, and it was the same thing for me. Entitlement. This man went to lengths to make sure that this sample wasn't in the database, and you're sitting here like, "What are you doing here?" And he's asking her. She's taking showers on the roof. Again, this was another comical moment. And I was like, he was like, "Well, okay, nice house. Like, can I step in?" "No, I'm gonna walk you to the hotel room in the rain." And I'm like, "Girl, don't you have a car? Why couldn't you just drive him?" The things don't make sense to me, right? I don't mind his character too much. Y'all know I think he was the one talking to Thora in the first scene. I think he is undercover working for the Talamasca and was assigned to watch Rowan for all this time. I do not think this is by happenstance. I think because Sip can't get close to her, they've brought in a ringer. That's what I think he is. That's who I think he is. And we'll just see, because he's so innocent and doting that it can't be real. Not in this world, not with Rowan. We will see them get Bucky naked. We will see Sip have a conniption fit. But here's the thing, right, y'all? As far as this goes, the test, and Quana talked about this, and I talked about it earlier as well. We know what Lasher is. You know what I mean? He's an entity. But here's the question that she needs to be asking. Once he was manifested in the flesh, is his spirit still separated from his body, or is there a point when Lasher's spirit will enter his human form? These are the questions we need answers to. We knew from last season Lasher can enter other people's bodies at will. Can he enter his own? That would explain so much to me right now, because right now Lasher's just running around like a sexualized teenager, and we still don't have a concept of if he has power. If he's not supposed to. But can his soul reunite with his body? Can his spirit reunite there? And this genetic test isn't going to do that. But I'm excited to see what the discovery is. I think he's Talamasca.
Well, see, what did you think about this? And can you explain, like, why? Because he could be drawn to these Lasher women. Why does he have to have sex with them? And why does he need a cup of milk everywhere he goes? What is that about?
The cup of milk is always so questionable to me. It's clearly they're trying to, infantile or make him seem.
See?
That's what I feel. But when it comes to Jonah, I don't know if it's, Rowan having some kind of like, whatever Lasher, whatever scent Lasher got on him that makes the women feral, he left it in the womb for Rowan to utilize for the men, because all of the men are tripping off of Rowan. But at the same time, when EJ mentioned the whole blood work situation, and when Ashley mentioned the whole Talamasca situation, I'm like, could that be it? Because when he was in the factory all alone, shivering, shaking, blood dripping onto the beetle, he changed into some type of, renewed version of a beetle. So maybe there is something like with the blood work and old dudes trying to figure out, what's up? Because I saw something strange that I need for my, X, Y, and Z. So I'm hoping that could be the case. I can kind of see that. I could also see him working with the Talamasca. But yeah, I'm really interested in this whole dynamic, even though I do feel like he's not long for this earth when it comes to this show. He's definitely going to be one of those who die in this season or later seasons. But yeah.
They just do something with him. Long as he's not there to be a hanger on. My issue is, if they do eventually do something with him, cool. They'll wait until episode 8. I'm like, you know what? Go, get away from me. But we'll spend, this episode and 4 more moving forward with him. Hey, Rowan, if you're free, I'd love to come by sometime. Boy, please. Are them having sex and him thinking it's more than what it is, and she just wants to hit it and quit it, and him, what I really care about, like, can we not see that? Girl, get up, okay? She won't be missed. We don't care. Care. I'm so over these. I'm over these Mayfair witches. I am over these women. Like, they're terrible. Like, You had your whole connection all this time. You've been waiting for Lasher to grace you with his presence since you were a teenager. Girl, grow the hell up. We're not. You lost a daughter. This thing didn't even protect your daughter, and this was the main thing on your mind. I'm really convinced that it may not just be, him being Mr. Irresistible or this kissment. Oh, I think they're just dumb. Anybody can say something on this. That just pissed me off. I thought this was tired as hell.
This was the best scene of the whole episode because I was like, now she been plotting on Lasher since old mama had him. She was hoping and praying he would look her direction this whole time since she was a teenager. Like, this was the part that I was like, oh, this little desperate, nasty. And the fact that he had nowhere to go the whole episode. And he was like, hold on, didn't this girl used to like me back in the day? Let me see if she gonna let me sleep on the couch. And he pulled up on her house and she sure enough was ready and willing to have him after all of these years still. Deidre's sloppy seconds. I thought this was the best scene in the whole episode. I loved it.
Y'all love this scene? Quanah?
Listen,
all the tea she was dropping.
I can't. This was a good. I liked the scene, but I was also just kind of like, I can't take stuff seriously. By the time we got to the scene, I could not take stuff seriously. I didn't mean to be laughing, but I was laughing. I thought that this was hilarious to me. It's so much that's going on with the women just dropping like flies. I'm really concerned with when are they going to get it together and collectively like try to do something to stop all of this, because right now everybody's working separately and it makes no sense.
I just wasn't living for this. I just thought that she should have grew the hell up by now. Like, I would think your children would trump over, but I guess that's just a testament to the hold that Lasher has on these witches. Even up 10 years later, we still trying to get chose. All right.
No, they're all infants.
No, I just was there. I was like, Myra, get up. You don't love this. Get up. It's like, Mom. It's like, girl, please. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to miss this lady. Nobody's going to miss this lady. We end off here with this crap here. Get up. You work for me now. Yeah, okay, Rowan. Yeah. This boss girl moment and her stepping into preparing to use Cortland in her favor. The best thing about this, like we said, was Daddy Julian saying her name and looking up. Like, all right, now, Heifer, you doing too much. You gonna make me come up out my seat. You gonna make me get up and come from wherever he's entrapped. I'm gonna have to come up out of here because you're trying it. You don't need to stop anything. This is all destiny, and everything's falling into place. Now you're gonna be working with my little son. I don't know in what world will we ever trust Cortland or feel like we need to go to this extent to you don't know anything. You can't help with it. Okay, what are we doing here then? You said he doesn't know anything. He can't really help you, but you thought that he was going to tell you what he wanted. Clearly none of your stupid family knows. Ashley.
Yeah, Rowan wants to be that girl so bad. She really does. Like, oh, you're working for me. I'm the boss. I run this. You can't even run your whole life, ma'am. You can't. Like, she can't do the simplest of tasks. This is going to be bad. The only excitement I have is I think Julian is going to torture her from the beyond. I am really excited to see what this name calling is going to be, if she can hear it. And I hope they lean into his arc. I want to see a young Julian. I want to see how he got where he is and what he's really up to. Because again, these are all spirits, and I'm sure they can navigate in and out of space and time and wherever. So that's what I'm excited about. Because girl, Rowan, you don't run anything. Girl, you don't run a thing. And Cortland is an old fool at this point. You know what I'm saying? And they're all manipulators, and she is the least equipped, I think, to go against Dottie Jean, against a Cortland, against a Lasher. She's just the slowest of the bunch. So I'm excited to see how this is going to pan out, because it's going to be ultimate chaos. And I really want to see more of Julian, and I hope that's what it brings. But as far as Rowan, her little plans, girl, you ain't got nothing. And she don't listen to anybody. JoJo said, don't wake up my daddy. Here's what he's going to do. and he did just that. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Girl, what good of you? He's like, well, he doesn't know anything, so you woke him up so he could get the family, get a party going. They listening. If you can't do that, what use are you, Rowan? See,
It didn't make sense to me why she woke him up. Only because she talking to JoJo. JoJo telling her how her daddy is. He's a manipulator. He's not worth, the cost of his tie, right? And when she already has really all of the things she needs at her disposal, she has the book. Everyone telling her read Catherine's book or whatever the heck her ancestor's name was. Why don't she just get the clues from there? And at the end of the day, what does it matter what Lasher's motivation was to become human? This is what I don't understand. This is what the show is doing a bad job of making me care why Lasher wanted a body. Because at this point, I'm just like, he just wants the body to F around. In the real life, he wants to feel the coup in the 3D. That's what he's tired of, the spiritual coup. He wants the real coup feeling. And her just doing all of this, it didn't make sense to me. And her back and forth with, you're not my son, but let me figure out why you're here because I really want, it doesn't make sense. And I hate that for her. And I hate that for the show.
I hate it for us. I hate it for us.
I hate it for us.
It makes sense. I just want it to flow. I just want to be into it.
Right.
Quanta, get up because you work for me now. Okay.
Listen, by the time we get to this scene, he was channeling, Lucius Malfoy. Okay, I was like, he was giving his best Lucius Malfoy. He didn't know what was going on. Nobody knew what was happening. Oh, I'm just a pawn. Oh, I'm just being used. They're all just master manipulators. And why Rowan thinks that, I don't even care at this point if she is giving commands. Everybody's working against you, boo-boo. Anything you think you're doing, they've been doing it longer, and she doesn't have a plan. And that's the part that's like, I'm just waiting for them to show. I don't know if there's going to be somebody who comes along who is truly like a watcher or a guide for her, who can really give her some, because she's running off of really no knowledge. And she thinks that because she's smart, she can just use these powers without any guidance, and people are just doing what she wants to do. No, you're acting on their plans. Like, I just was like, by the time we get to the end, I was like, okay, I see you, Lucius Malfoy. I see you. Very, very good stuff.
Everything. She's the 13th witch. She birthed the baby. She took care of the baby. She didn't kill the baby, and she's enjoying her powers. What exactly are you doing? EJ?
Yeah, when it's all said and done, I agree with what a lot of what you guys have said. You got to think about the fact that she is the 13th witch, right? But that means that this plan has been in play for quite some time at this point. So if the plan has been in play for all of this time, we know that some of the family agrees with it, but some of the family doesn't. But clearly, I feel like it's more of the family who agrees with it than not. Everybody seems to love Lasher in some way. They wanted Lasher in some way. We even find out that the old girl secretly wanted Lasher in some way. Like, everybody was coveting this whole idea of having Lasher be theirs, So if that connection with Lasher is so strong in this family, I don't know what makes Rowan think that she doesn't need real, true guidance from someone, and that she has to find that person that she really can trust. I don't know what makes her think that she can do this by herself. I figured with the powers that she has, right, there has to be some sort of way, like some sort of power where she can figure out, because Lasher is supposed to be all powerful, right? He's supposed to be this big bad guy who had all of these powers. So I really don't even think Rowan has really tapped into all of the powers, but that's the problem. We need to know more about her powers, because she has to figure out a way where she can truly be the boss, where she can truly outsmart the rest of them, because I feel like when it's all said and done, everybody's going to be going against her because they want whatever this whole prophecy is supposed to be. I don't even know what the prophecy is at this point. I have no clue. But whatever this prophecy is supposed to be, whatever this thing is that's supposed to happen with Lasher, they want it and they believe in it wholeheartedly. So who's gonna help guide her, who's gonna be that person that's like, because Carlotta gone, and I don't even know if Carlotta knew what the hell was going on, to be honest. She just knew that it wasn't good. That's it. But at the end of the day, I don't think this move with Cortland, I don't trust Cortland. Cortland is for the streets when it all comes down to it. He just wants to be the apple of his father's eye. Even in death, he still wants his father's approval. So I don't know why she woke him up. And that's a no-go from the jump. But Rowan is just walking into a trap, is what I think. I think she's walking into a trap, and I think she's gonna believe and trust in the wrong people. And I'm ready. I'm ready to see how it all plays out.
With Julian being a little spawn of Lasher, wouldn't he have some type of influence on Rowan as well? Like, can he be able to do something from beyond at all? No,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like he was just like his little road dog. He was like, yeah, let's go out and get these bitches together or something like that. The way the mama was talking about him. So I don't know.
It's just wishful thinking. I just want them to do something, Lord. Ashley, episode 3 predictions. It looked like is Lasher in Paris? Where he at seeing this vampire? Where is he seeing this vampire? It looked like he was somewhere else. It did not look like he was in New Orleans for a second, but who knows? We got old Sip over here. He's spraying somebody with the purple smoke. Maybe it's all right. Maybe he finna finally pull up his big boy drawers or something. And we just have her just trying to get this family together and maybe do what we've been wanting them to do, communicate more and get their offenses up and all be on one accord. But who's to know how that's going to go? What's your predictions, Ashley?
Girl, I don't even know if I have any. Lasher will get just more unattractive in episode 3. He'll become more annoying as he, I guess, becomes adultified. Like, they didn't execute this well at all. But I hope the vampire bites him. I don't know. I'll be interested. So here's the thing. I'm intrigued by the different supernaturals intermingling, getting to know each other, and kind of exploring the world more than just Rowan. Because Rowan, it's a wet sock to me. Like, she doesn't give anything. She is giving some looks. I mean, the face card delivers at moments, but that's it. I'm here for Ghost Auntie coming in and giving her strategy on how to unalive Lasher. But here's the thing. Rowan's never going to go through with it. Rowan's never going to be the one to take out Lasher. Watch. And then as far as Sip, hopefully Sip is working. Hopefully Sip gets a promotion and eases on down the road. But I want some static with the vamps. I'm here for a street fight with the vampires. I'd be absolutely here for that. Or at least a fun interaction, a little tete-a-tete, give me something else and bring some more, not just this goofy one. Bring the chicken.
I'm looking at this little cutie patootie. Yeah, that is not Sam at all. This little cutesy vampire. EJ, what are your predictions for the next episode?
Girl, I don't even know if I have any real predictions. I'm just excited to see a few of the things. I love vampires. So I love the fact that we're going to see a vampire pop up. I used to love witches, but they just taken me the wrong way with this one. But that's what I'm excited to see. I really have no idea or no clue where this show is going, but I'm here for the ride.
I just don't want them to do anything that impacts Lestat's universe. That's all I'm going to say. Quana, what are your predictions for episode 3?
Sila, I don't know, child. First of all, I'm trying to figure out who this vampire is because I'm struggling to figure out where we are in the immortal universe right now because the timeline is throwing me all crazy. You got where we ended up in season 2 at the end, and then this boy, I don't even know what decade he looks like he's coming from. I just can't. I don't know that I want them to bring the vampires in because I will say, I don't want them because Interview with the Vampire is so sophisticated. It's like a high-end steak, and what they've been giving us so far is catfish,
goofy,
and it just does not. It's not the same meal. It's okay. It's just not the same meal. So I'm really nervous about that. That said, vampires are inherently sexy, and the show needs some sexy, but he's not giving sexy. So I'm just a little bit forlorn. I suspect that, we'll lose another Mayfair witch. Once again, Rowan won't know anything, and she'll make some stupid decisions. Sip will try to save her. It's going to be more of the same. We're only in episode 3. I think we have to sit with this at least one more go round before we get to something really
You
juicy.
ain't gonna do nothing to episode 7. If that's something, if you can call it something. I don't know what they're gonna do with this Disney Channel vampire down here.
He does. He really does.
He does like Disney Channel. See, any predictions?
I really don't have too many predictions. As far as the vampire, though, shout out to Anya in my chat. She said that that vampire is the rat catcher from
We
season
went
2.
that low, got that obsolete ass person.
That's
familiar. Okay.
yeah. She said he's the rat catcher.
That's even worse. That's even worse. That's
So
even worse. What are we supposed to do with him?
yeah, I didn't put it together, but they said he even had the same clothes on apparently. So that's who that is. And I hope that they don't intermingle the two series any further than this, because even if Lestat were to come into this universe, I don't know if he would be what he would think of it. Not only would he think it's ghetto, but then when he reaches Lestat,
Girl, he would think this is beneath him. Like, what the hell?
But at the same time, Lestat grew up very religious in the books, right?
Yeah.
And even in Tales of the Body Thief, when he was eating out that nun, he kind of came back to religion a little bit. So it's like, I don't know how he would handle this, right? And I don't think that they will handle it correctly. So I don't want to see it on screen, right? At least
I would want, like, first of all, baby steps. Bring out the real Rashid, for a brief second. Little baby step there. And if we had I don't know, like Armand up here for 2 seconds, and it's just like a really great cameo with some really good dialogue, and we never see him again, do that. Don't do this goofy stuff down here. I don't care about that.
Yeah. So no predictions. I'm just here for the rag, y'all.
God, that is so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. Y'all, that's Mayfair Witches. We are trying. I am really hoping that there are some strong peaks and valleys to where, even if we're not fully satisfied with the writings, we have something to go that was really, really good. They got me right there. Then getting me nowhere with these goofy vampires and goofy Lasher, this dumb protagonist. It's just, everybody's just so stupid. I just need some really good decision makings, and I need for them to go beg whoever's writing over there on Interview with the Vampire to come on over here and drop some wisdom in their cup. But that's the episode, y'all. That is the episode. We will definitely be back for episode 3. Quana, I am going to come to you first. Let the people know what you got going on your channel.
I am going to be dropping a video about Better Man, the movie that just bombed the box office, and hopefully going to be covering One of Them Days pretty soon while I await Paradise with the fantastic, fabulous Sterling K. Brown to start.
Oh, girl, we all want to see Sterling. Y'all want to see Sterling. See the Superior. What do you have going on over there? Are you still going to be talking about these Mayfair Witches?
Yeah, so I was talking about my stories for a while when we first did season 1, but then a couple of folks, they said, oh yeah, you should post on YouTube. So I'm posting those on YouTube. So if you want to watch along for every episode of season 2 of the Mayfair Witches and joke around with me about them, I'm going to be posting that every Monday after the show releases. Also, me and my co-host over on Unpopular Review, we're going to be talking about Creature Commandos. We will also be talking about Invincible once it drops. And recently, my coworker just met with, if you watch Superman and Lois, the actor who played Jordan, he met him. He was a really cool guy. So when we next go live, we're going to talk about that interaction. But yeah, that's what's going on my channel. See the Superior. And I do book reviews as well. I'm dropping another book review at the end of the month. So yeah, me here. Hi.
Y'all go support C over there. Please, please, please on C the Superior. EJ, the TV junkie, what you got coming up? Do you have anything coming up right now tonight?
Mute it.
Mute it.
My bad. Y'all know it'd be extra noise in here, so I'll be trying to cancel it out. So tonight we are not going to be able to do Married to Medicine, so that won't be going down, but we're going to do both episodes next week. So if you're watching that, then definitely catch us on next week for that. But I do have some the Family Business New Orleans content that I will be dropping some tonight, and I have a lot of it up already on the channel. So if you're into that one, definitely check it out. And I just did a live show for All the Queen's Men and a recap for it as well.
Thank you so much, EJ. Be sure to watch that Married to Medicine. I don't be in the streets. Ashley, what's over there? Because I know you got some sweet stuff over there.
Come on over if you haven't and check out my Mayfair season or episode 1 and 2 of season 2 review. That's up. This week we're going to be diving into Married at First Sight again, of course. I'll be doing a review for Castlevania Nocturne season 2. I'm so excited. It comes out on Netflix this week as well. And then on Saturday, I'll be hosting a live for Severance season 2, episode 1. So make sure that you're all caught up, honey. It took us all Saturday, but we caught up fully on Severance and we are ready to dive in. A ton of more content will be coming up on the reaction channel. I May Destroy You, my reaction watching the first episode, will be up, as well as my Invincible episode 1 season 1 reaction. So check me out. Make sure you're subscribed to everybody on the panel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing.
I gotta make sure I watch that because I made sure you had me shook. Had me absolutely shook when it dropped. Of course, you guys know, if you are a member, or maybe if you're not, we have watch-alongs every single Saturday night. And we're doing a little different this time. We are allowing you guys to vote on which movie you want us to do a watch-along for. This week is EJ's week, and this is what she picked. You guys get 2 things to vote from. Now, either you can get into some Sparkle, not OG Sparkle, the 2012 Sparkle with Whitney Houston, Tika Stumper, and Jordan Sparks, or we can do the 5 heartbeats. The voting links and everything up. It should be our latest post on our membership situation. So make sure that you go over there and vote. And if you are not a member already, be sure to become one so you can go give your vote as well. Vote the right way. I know what I'm picking. All right. I know what I'm picking. If you know, then you're going to be over there with Bird in the Midnight Fox. That's where I would go. But if you are a Sparkle and you want a Sparkle, go on over there and pick that one. But,
Tyra keep influencing the vote.
I'm just saying, if we going to be righteous, just make sure you do the right thing like Spike Lee. That's all I'm saying. I ain't going to say nothing else. I'm going to let it down. But you guys make sure that you go and vote for either Sparkle or the 5 heartbeats this week. We will definitely announce it and get it up probably the day before we do our watch along. And I look forward to you guys making the right decision. I do. But that is all for tonight. Be sure to go support, like, and subscribe to everybody here on this panel. I am going to take you guys out of here with my member thank yous, because I really appreciate everybody in this span of how many months we have brought out becoming members of the channel, everyone who has supported us on that front. And we will definitely see you guys next time. Good night, y'all.
You, my number one. Spotlights, big stage, 50,000 fans screaming it away. Bodyguards, limousines, this is the way I see you in my dreams. Paparazzi flash, 100 pictures all of you hanging on my bedroom wall. I'm a kid again, I feel like 13, but I mean, since we fell in love.